Welcome to another great day from the doghouse. This is going to be about conquer and divide. We have gotten into a situation now on a certain issue out there that the conquer and divide is actually working. And it's a shame that it is doing this. People have been sucked into it and don't even see it. No, it's more than just a little bit here. There's a guy I watch on here, Ray Bonecrusher. What he said yesterday was 100% correct. With his information he had, he was out there putting that information out, not to destroy people, but to show what was going on. Some people took offense and went after him or another guy or another two guys, which should not have happened. I 100% support Super Dave. I think he's a great person. I like the energy that Guapo has. The problem came not what was said, it's what other people started to add to it. And when you add two things, you start the process of conquer and divide. Those three actually didn't say a whole lot that was wrong as far as their views goes. Maybe their views were wrong, but everything was okay. There was nothing wrong with any three of them on what they were doing to start with. Then other people jumped in, put their 2 cents worth in, and this is where stuff starts that should never have started. One, everybody out there's got a right to their own opinion, and they should have no right not to or have no right not to say what they feel. We do live in a country that still applies. And what I mean by that, though, is sometimes if you disagree with somebody, send them an email. Like I said, these three didn't do anything wrong to start off. It's when other people got involved and started saying stuff that actually turned it. And like I said, that's a step into conquer and divide in this issue. Because here's what happens. Ray had every right, and he documented what he was saying and how. Then he expressed his opinion about somebody, which he has that right. Two others jumped in there, and like I said, I love Super Dave. I have not one thing against this guy. But when it all started, like I said, it was all okay. Everything was going good. And it was about one person, and I don't know the guy, this David guy. I have no clue, had no business with him at all. But the two took offense, kind of what Ray was saying. But they didn't listen to everything and what he was doing. He was just giving his opinion, and the other two were giving their opinion. Well, pretty soon there's these people, well, I ain't going there. He shouldn't have said this. He shouldn't say that. I'm getting off his channel, and all three of them, all three spots, and I'm not going to listen to him again. That is your right. All three of them had the same thing happen to them. That is your right to do that. But you don't have the right not to go in there. You still have that right. But instead of going and asking them what the problem was and all that, and doing it not on here, that was kind of wrong. Nobody's going to agree with somebody 100% of the time. Now, like I said, I have nothing against this Dave at all. He's helped people out. he has helped Super Dave out, which I'm very grateful that he stepped forward to do that. I'm actually even grateful he put up the money he did for the family in Otter Creek, and I appreciate that too. But here's the thing, when you come on there, and he has the right to do this, Lisa tried to get him to email and wouldn't do it. And what was said on Super Dave trying to talk to him, which bad connection, go figure. Yeah, I think sometimes Google connections aren't all that great. But he wasn't willing to talk to Lisa. Therefore, that proves to me that Lisa was in the right. He didn't want to talk to her. Does that make him right or wrong? No. That means that issue Lisa tried to get solved, and there was no cooperation, which is sad. Here's where the divide and conquer should not occur. One should not go in there because you like this Dave or don't like this Dave. Should just be blowed to the side and everybody stand as one and not be divided on what the main goal here is. You got people laughing at you now because they think you're dividing. And I know there's people out there that's doing this that just don't realize what is happening now. The example of that is I've listened to people, even like on Lisa, please don't talk bad about Guapo. And pretty soon they're still talking bad about him. One, you're not respecting that channel by keep talking about it on that channel. Or you didn't catch on that she said that. But Guapo has the right for his opinion. You don't have to agree with it. If you have a problem with him, going on somebody's channel like that is not necessary. Just leave him an email or whatever. He'll either answer it or not. Same way with Super Dave. You don't like some of the stuff that was going on, just contact him. I have contacted Super Dave a couple of times and talked to him. Very positive stuff. You guys just don't understand. You can't have one guy trying to divide. And he may not even be trying to divide because he's a good guy and he's helped people out in that respect. But he obviously have done stuff that probably shouldn't have been done because the receipts are out there. But don't let him, whether he's a good guy or bad guy, divide you. He could be a good guy, but you guys are out there dividing yourself. He could be a bad guy. You guys are out there dividing yourself. Lisa has put a lot of work and effort into getting this home ready for these people. No, it can't happen all at once because she's trying to save money and do it a cheaper way, but the right way. And that's okay. Here's where the jackasses out there are trying to divide you. One, they're going out and saying Lisa sold $56,000, which is BS in more ways than one. One, they're not a 503, they're not 503C or whatever you want to call it, or they're not out there as a charitable organization. That money was given to her obviously for a reason. But when you do that, you realize that's not stealing. It might be unethical, and she's not going to do that. That money is there in her name. That means she can spend it the way she wanted if she wanted to. But you know she's not. She has dedicated herself for this family, and everybody should be behind her on doing this. Whether you like that couple or you don't, you should be behind her to get this job done. Instead of the jackasses out there like saying, turn her into the IRS, she needs turned in. Hello, you idiots. It's not April 15th. She don't even have to file until then. All this is for clickbait, guys. And some of you are falling for it. Another thing out there, she don't have to give that money back. She can use it for what it was meant to be. Remember, she's going to give the receipts in the end. And them people out there saying she stole $56,000, I sure hope you have a big bank account, because she can go after you, and she's probably going to. Some of this crap she's going through should not even be happening. And that's nothing, like I said, against anybody here. Dave has helped her. Super Dave has helped her. Ray has helped her. Guapo has helped her. Because they all get along and need to keep focused on not divide. Don't divide, because if you divide, you cannot conquer. And some of these channels out there is exactly what they're doing. Like I said, I hope them guys out there saying she stole $56,000 has got good lawyers. Because like I said, nothing there, because it was money donated to her. And she's not going to do this, people. She don't have to account for anything. She don't have to give it back or anything else. Period. And she shouldn't give it back, by the way, because it's going to a family. And you guys need to get your head out. Well, I realize where the $56,000 comes from. It's good clicks and views and try to destroy people. That's all they care about. They'll make money off of it, but hopefully they make enough money to be able to pay for their lawsuit that's going to be coming up. This is more than an opinion. When you go out there and you put that up like they are, it's no longer an opinion. It is slander. You can joke around about other people and whatever, you know, them are memes out there, that's all well and fine. But this is crossing the line. You think you're going to make a lot of money by lying, and you are lying. And Lisa needs help. She needs the support. And she's going to go forward. You guys can go out there and try to... And I do not believe Guapo, Super Dave, or Ray is trying to divide. And they are not. They're really standing together as far as this family goes. And that's the way it should be. Just because there's some other things they don't agree upon with each other, that's all well and fine. We do live in America, I think. So what I'm getting at is whether this Dave's doing good or bad, that shouldn't be dictate to people what they are doing forward. If they want to get this family in that house, they need to get them there. And like I said, she's going to show all the receipts. And you guys are going to say, well, she wouldn't have did it if we wouldn't have did this. That's the BS you're going to try to pull. Guaranteed. Now, you need to stand with people like this, not be divided. And when you see somebody you don't like, or they say something that offends you, take it off these channels. Because you are really, when you're doing this, you are really hurting that family. You're not helping that family. You're doing exactly what the other side wants, is to destroy and deceive. So when you're on there, you can have disagreements. Everybody does that. But don't try to go out there and destroy Lisa or her idea of what is going on. And that's one thing I'll admit, it scratched my head when Super Dave and Guapo was on there. Not because they was in the wrong, because they also was in the right to come out and say what they did. It was their opinion, but maybe there should have been stuff not on here said to each other. You can say, I disagree with this person, I disagree with that person. If you say you 100% agree with somebody, you are a fool. You really are a fool if you do that. But them guys really have, or at least Super Dave and Ray have put out their time and effort to make this go through. And in the end, I know they will stand together to get this done. You don't have to like some of the things Super Dave said. You don't have to like some of the things Ray said. But you have to stay focused, guys, every one of you, and go forward and make sure this family is taken care of. That means your bickering between each other needs to go to emails, not on here. Not on Lisa's channel, not on Ray's channel, not on Guapo's channel, and not on Super Dave's channel. All needs to be handled by email. Yes, this Dave guy doesn't want to talk to Lisa, and that's fine. Lisa has the right to do with that money what she sees fit, and then she sees fit to make sure that family is taken care of. Anybody that thinks she's pocketing in the money is a fool, because she will have the receipts in the end. Yeah, I know most of you know that, but you want to make money off of it, so you're going out there and doing this. Newsflash about me, I'm not making a damn dime off of this. I'm not even monetized. There's a lot of good people out there. Just need to focus on united, not divided, and come in and show Lisa and show these other people they are standing united behind somebody to get something done. Yes, like I said earlier, everybody has a niche of hating somebody. They just do. And sometimes you need to just take care of that off of here. It's not bad you get on there and say this person did that or this person did that. But when you get really personal about things, take it off of here. Don't destroy people because of your own opinions on here. If you're trying to unite a united front, you can't do this. You got to stay united. It becomes a distraction when you don't. And Ray is really, really good at trying to unite people. And a lot of what he was doing was to unite people. But like I said, with this David R. or whoever he is, I have nothing against him. He has helped people, like I said. But whether he's good, bad, or indifferent, you cannot put him out front. Do not put him out front. Because when you do that, and I understand Super Dave and Guapo acknowledging him, this is different here. You need to stand as one against the individual and make sure a family is taken care of. When you get on here and belittle people on somebody else's channel, you are part of the problem of dividing. Yes, I can see Lisa calling out people from what they said about her, because lies are being told about her by several people. And she's getting prosecuted in this people sense for doing the right things. Lisa is 100% out there doing the right thing. And that should not be taken away from her whatsoever. And people kind of, like I said, Ray brought out stuff. He does his research. You can very well believe what he said he found. Don't question what he found. You can say, well, I disagree with that. And that's fine. That's saying, well, I disagree with him on this. This is the way it should have been. That's all well and fine in putting that out. You're not dividing at that point. When you go on, like I said earlier, I've seen a couple of people on here, and it wasn't just, I think about 3 or 4. Well, I'm leaving that channel. I don't believe in that channel. You don't need to go out there and say it. If you don't like that channel, any of them, even mine, just say, okay, I'm getting off of here. And let it be at that. Sometimes that would be okay, and is okay, but when you're trying to stay united, you don't need people coming in here who say they're for a certain person or a certain family and destroy everything around, because that's how you're not united. You are dividing from one side to the other. You don't even realize it at times, but certain things need not to be said to unite. You can say them in, like I said, in emails or whatever with your friends, but don't do this to destroy a family, because your egos are getting in the way of what needs to be done and be united with this family. You can hate each other, but you need to stay united. And Lisa's doing everything possible to do that. Stay united and make up front and make sure this family is taken care of. She has a heart of gold, and she needs everybody's thank you for what she has done. All these things and I keep going back to this, and I'm going to keep repeating this. David R., I have 100% nothing against. I can see where Lisa does because of what she says that happened, and I do believe her. That means this guy didn't want no more contact with her. Does not mean she has to give that money back. And like I said earlier, she shouldn't. That's like if you come to me and all you jerks out there are saying she's stealing the money. You said the same thing about the fence. What about the fence now, huh? You were lying. And most of you knew that. You were doing it for content and dollars. It's a shame when you put dollars above a family. When you sacrifice that. See, these other 3 I've been talking about, neither one of them has sacrificed $1 for that family, as far as they haven't went out for the dollars and forget about the family. That's not going to happen with Ray. That won't happen with Super Dave. I do see where Lisa got a little upset with both of them, or with Super Dave, and like I say, I love Super Dave, and I appreciate Super Dave, and I do, even though I've never seen him, I do consider him a friend. And like I said, I've emailed him on stuff before, and still will. But we got to get back to not dividing. Remember, this David R., or David whoever, on here, right or wrong, forget about him. Stand united. Don't fall in the traps of other people. And they can be non-intentional traps out there. Let the lawyer handle things that need to be handled. Let Lisa handle the things that need to be handled. and let Super Dave handle what he has to handle, and Ray handle what he has to handle, because Super Dave and Ray have really, really good ideas, and really, really, really good people. But once they realize what's going on, and Ray has never backed down from being for this family. He is out there trying to show who he is, and he's going back to that family. Super Dave does the same thing, but he gets a lot of crap because he's doing the right thing. He just have to remember the crap comes because you are doing the right thing. That doesn't mean everybody's going to like either one of them. I know there's a couple of people out there that I like that has turned against Super Dave, and some on here I see that'll contact me that don't even go with Ray a lot. That's all well and fine. But you guys have got to come to the conclusion we are not going to fight on here. We will unite against a certain person. We will make sure that family is 100% taken care of. That should be everybody's main goal, so the egos have to stop and make sure you're united, not divided. Because when you are united, you will come out ahead. That's like, the money thing really gets to me because people think it's theft. It's not. If you give me $20,000 for something, you give me the money, I go out and do something else. I'm not saying it wouldn't be ethical, but I went out, you intended that money to go there, but I went out and did something else with it. Guess what? You give me the money. I did this. That's not what Lisa's doing here. But either way, it would not be illegal. You guys need to pull your head out of your ass and realize that. Of course, you don't care. You want to divide. But this community here will stand united. Please, people, even if you don't like somebody on here, don't get on here and go after them and divide. Because that has begun and it needs to stop. Quit trying to divide. Stand united. Stand as one. Show the jerks out there, and there are a lot of them out there, even the foul-mouthed one, jerks out there. Show them, united you will stand. And you're going to stand for what is going on here as being united. The egos will be checked at the door, and the love for this family will continue. And I will say, I love them, never met them, probably never will. From what they have to go through, everybody should be standing up for them. United, we stand. Divided, you will fall. Nobody wants to fall or fail. Remember, stand up as one in this community. Whether you like other people on here or not, stand up as one. I appreciate that very, very much. United, you will stand. Let the other side get divided. You stand as one. And Lisa is doing everything in her powers to make sure that family is taken care of. Instead of dividing, unite with her. Don't be ashamed. Even if you don't like her, stand with her. Even if you don't like Super Dave or Ray, stand with them, because their main goal is to unite, not to divide. Remember, unite, don't divide. Don't fall in the trap of the other side of a bunch of whiny ass